a couple of minutes, and then we start. Okay, well, be welcome to this event here at Mextesol Amecameca chapter. On behalf of Escuela Normal de Amecameca and this chapter, Amecameca. So we can start with this talk. Please, Mrs. Lupita, could you present Mr. Fricus, please?
Sure. First of all, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this online event. We're going to start with this amazing presentation by Roque Asdrubal Fricas Asset. He has been teaching English as a second language for 27 years. He has traveled to more than 15 countries where he has participated as a professional translator and interpreter for universities and different companies. He is also a keynote speaker and has delivered several conferences and seminars in a variety of prestigious venues. He has 2 academic stays abroad, one at the University of Texas in Austin, Texas, USA, and another at Durham University in the UK. He is a teacher trainer and has been mentoring the new generation of English teachers for more than 13 years. He has taught students in the VA in ILT at Universidad Autónoma de Occidente, as well as in Universidad Pedagógica del Estado de Sinaloa, both in Guasave, Sinaloa. He was part of the International and Sustainable Bilingual Program in Universidad Politécnica del Mar y de la Sierra, and he coordinated the Language Center of Universidad Autónoma de Occidente in Guasave, Sinaloa, Mexico for 5 years. Regarding the Mexican Association of Teachers of English, AC, Roque Fricas was the Sinaloa chapter president 2020 to 2022 and the co-president of the academic chair of Mextesol 2021. At present, he is the head of the Department of Internalization at Universidad Autónoma de Occidente in the state of Sinaloa, Mexico, and is simultaneously pursuing a PhD in Business Innovation and Administration. So please, we welcome Roque Fricas.
Thank you very much. And hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm so grateful because you're all here. And I need to be very honest. My English is a little rusty for today. I I didn't speak English in my whole month of December. As many of us are teachers as well. So when we are trying to speak English, well, I don't speak every day because I was, taking a recess from class, but now I'm starting. Actually, I'm starting today with my classes, and I'm very happy to keep, to come back with my English and to start working with all of you. So I like to say first that I'm an English teacher, proudly an English teacher, as most of you, and I love what I do. Okay, and I have seen in all these years of experience, because I've been teaching for more than 27 years, that one of the most difficult things for students is when they try to speak. Yes, and that is a very difficult part of, their process. And you remember when you were just keeping and learning, right? So the most difficult part was speaking. So today we're gonna just talk a little bit about how you can help your students and how you can teach them how to speak. And of course, you can teach them using an online class or a face-to-face class if you like. But trust me, these techniques that I'm going to be showing you today, the ones that I'm going to be sharing with you today, they definitely work. So I'll just like to see, I'd like to know if you're listening to me correctly, because my camera is actually acting funny right now. So I just want to know if you are listening to me correctly. So would you please tell me? Yes, thank you. And there's something else that I'd like to say. Well, as this is a speaking conference, then I will be needing your help. Okay, so this is for us to practice. This is for us to enjoy. This is just an adventure, and I'm going to be needing your help, right? So the ones that are here right now, okay, they were chosen. How or why, I don't know, but we were all chosen to be here today to share and mostly to learn something that we all do in our classrooms every single day. Okay, so it doesn't matter the level that you're teaching right now. All of these techniques, they can be applied to your work in everyday class or in everyday conversation that you have in class. So I'll just try to, I need to share my presentation. So I would like to grant me the permission, please, to the administrator of this video conference, and I will be able to share my material with you today. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much for that. So as I said at the very beginning, yes, I'm going to be needing your help. And if you can't turn on your camera, I will be very grateful. Why? Because, well, we're talking about conversation. So sometimes it's so hard for now, you guys and teachers. If you want to teach conversation and if you want to do it online, well, I'm sorry, but you will always have to turn on your camera. Yes, I know that probably some of you are eating and it's fine. Don't worry. Okay, I'm not going to be like disappointed of you, or I'll just understand that right now probably some of you are eating or enjoying some time at home, and I do not it's not a problem for me. I all the time tell my students, you want to eat something, fine. And if you're actually wearing pajamas, it's okay, right? Because the thing here is that we're going to learn, but all of us together. So welcome to Teaching Conversational English Online, encouraging creative speaking in the classroom. I have been doing this for many years, okay, for more than 16 years by now. And at the very beginning, it was so hard because when I was a student, when I was studying English, at the very beginning, my teachers, they never taught me how to speak. They were always with grammar, and teaching me rules and teaching me things and teaching me isolated words. But they never gave me a context in which I could speak. And it doesn't matter what a great teacher you are. At the very beginning, once it's the very beginning, you must encourage the students to speak since the very beginning. And before I start, I'll say this. When you come to your classroom, it doesn't matter if it's online or not. And if you say, hi, everyone, and the students say, hi, teacher, good morning. That's it. And that's all the students know how to say. And then if you ask the students, how are you? And students are, I'm fine. But what about I'm okay. I'm stressed. I'm tired. I'm a little worried. Okay. I'm hungry. I am. What are all of those words that your students don't know how to say? And guess what? You are the example. And as you are the example, then your students, they will reproduce what you say. Okay. The students will actually use the information that you give to them. And I must say this, that if I have 10 students, probably 9 of those 10 students are going to use the words that I'm giving them. But only 1 is going to bring extra vocabulary to the classroom. So basically, most of the students, and you know this, you know it's true, okay, that the students are actually waiting for the teacher to give them the words to speak. So to start with, I like to say this. Well, we do have some main objectives today. And one is to develop teachers' ability to teach speaking, but I'm going to do it not just theoretically. Okay, I'm going to try to use activities, and I'm going to be needing your help. Now, also to develop students' oral proficiency, right? Now, I will ask you something. Can you speak? And then you will say, yes, I can speak. But I'm going to ask you then, are you fluent? Or have fluency, it means that you can actually speak, okay, connecting your ideas at a regular speed. But if you do this, oh, hi, everyone, my name is Roque, and I'd like to say, ¿cómo se dice? Or how, I would like to say that yesterday I went, then you're not fluent, okay? Because fluency must actually be related to talking, but all the time, okay, connecting the ideas, linking one idea with another at a normal pace or at a normal speed. So you guys, well, today, I'd like to share this with you. Even if you do learn to speak good English, whom are you going to speak it to? This is a very important question. And I all the time start my conversational classes with my students with this question. Why? Because I can speak as a teacher, but I need to practice. Okay, I need to practice my English. And this is a very important part. If you want to be a good conversational teacher, you have to practice, because if your English is not fluent, how are you going to teach students to speak, right? And probably this sounds really hard for you, but don't worry. We all go through this process, okay? I promise you, we all go through this process, and we need to keep practicing and practicing and practicing. So once that we speak a little better, then we can teach our students how to do it. Okay, it's not wrong not to be fluent, but what it is wrong is that if you're not fluent, you're not actually taking care of it. Okay, you need to take care of that idea, because otherwise you will never learn more, and then your students will never learn more from you. So let's just discuss a little bit about this idea, how the communication process works. This is very simple and easy. Okay, if you have a message, you're the sender, right? You send the message, and someone who is listening receives the message. Fine. So the teacher is the sender and the student is the receiver. But guess what? We need feedback. Okay, so if I, as a sender, I'm actually sending something and my students are like, good. Yes, that's not a feedback. Okay, yes, I do. Yes, I love pizza. Yes, because students, most of the time, they don't like to do this extra effort. Okay, so let's just remember all the time this. There's a sender and a receiver, and then feedback in order for us to have conversational skills in our classes. And don't worry, it might be something simple, such as, how are you today? And if the student says, teacher, I'm fine, how about you? Then the student is giving you correct feedback. But if you don't teach the student to say anything else but fine, then there's no feedback. Okay, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. But you know that in a normal process, okay, you're supposed to ask because of your, because of culture, you're supposed to ask the other person, and how about you? Is everything okay? So once that you are the sender, then you send something and the receiver sends you something back, and then you're the receiver, okay? And you're transforming and taking this. You need to understand that this process is important, you guys, with all of your students at all times, okay? So the question will be fluency or accuracy? Accuracy, I'm sorry. So which one is more important? As we don't have a lot of time, I won't be able to ask you one by one, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion. You know that fluency is like the speed, but accuracy, okay, it is exactly how you use the grammar, how you place the words in the correct place, okay, and everything. But which one is more important? According to my experience, I'll have to say that accuracy, it is very important at the beginning, in the first levels, because you're teaching the students how to speak. You're giving them the rules. You're teaching them, what is a plural? You're teaching me what is a preposition, what is a noun, what is a verb. You're teaching the students what is the present, what is the past. But after some time, you need your students, you need to let them express themselves. And sometimes, if you are correcting your students very much since the very beginning, they won't speak. Why? Because they will be too scared or too afraid of making mistakes, especially if they are working with teenagers. And you know that teenagers are like that. Teenagers are awful sometimes, okay? Because they don't want to work. So this is the important part. Fluency is important. Accuracy, it is also important. But from a very specific level to another. So if the students are intermediate or advanced, then you should try to take it easy with grammar, okay? Let them speak. And at the very beginning, as you all do, we correct them, but in a different way. For example, if Paulina says, oh, teacher, I have 10 years old, I have 15 years old, then I tell Paulina, oh, Paulina, great. So you are 15 years old. That's nice. So I'm correcting, right? But I'm not stopping the student every time. Many teachers, they love grammar, and I totally respect it because grammar is so important. Okay, it's the fundamental part of the language. But after some time, then we need to start working with fluency. Okay, so what is the idea? Communication. Can your student communicate? I'm going to get into your class and I'm going to ask a student, how old are you? How do you feel? Do you like to swim? What are your hobbies? Then if your student can communicate, then we need to have a lot of things. We need to do a lot of things. This is something that all the time I tell to everyone I know, and I'm sorry because, greatly and happily, I see some of my friends here. Thank you very much for being here today, you guys. Okay, that means a lot to me. A lot of important people are here today. They know this because I had a student a long time ago, and we took the students to China. And I remember that when we were in China, one of my students said, teacher, I'm sorry because I never listened to you when you said learn English. And now that I am in China, I can say, okay, that I have no words, like literally, I have no words because he didn't know how to speak English. And of course, not even Chinese. So, but he said, I promise you that I can communicate. Let me show you. So I thought, fine, let's just do it. And, we actually got to the hotel and he came to the counter and he said, excuse me, he used this expression, please key room 111. At that time, I was like, oh my God, excuse me, please key room 111. But guess what? Communication happened. And the girl, she understood completely. And she said, of course, sir, here's your key. Okay, maybe he didn't have the chance to say, oh, hi, hello, good morning. I would like to have the key of room 111, please. But the student had the chance, okay, to communicate. And this is the most important with your students, okay? Don't forget all the time, communication is the key. Can the student communicate? Did he give you the idea of what he wanted? And well, there are many ways in which we can encourage this process through our classes. And trust me, Okay, it is possible, even with little kids. If you tell me, I'm sorry, teacher, but I'm teaching little kids. So little kids cannot do this. Okay, this idea that you're having, trust me, they can. I also remember a long time ago, I was teaching elementary school, and I told one of my students, he said, teacher, quiero ir al baño. And I said, no, because we all as teachers would do that. Tell me in English. I remember. And the little kid said, no sé, teacher. And I just said, well, that's not my problem. I remember I just said that a long time ago. And, I thought the little kid was going to just to go away without my permission. But surprisingly, he did something. And I was like, wow. He said, hey, dime cómo se dice. May I go to the bathroom, please? Because that's the language that we use at elementary school. And the little boy said, teacher, where's your bathroom, please? The only word that I heard was bathroom. But he communicated because he wanted to go to the bathroom. And I said, oh, you want to go to the bathroom? And he said, yes, please. And then he left. He was a very smart little kid. Okay. And since then, I have learned that it is about communication. Okay. How do you do it? Okay. What do you do to communicate? And this is the first thing before we start working. Okay. Practice makes perfect for all of us. I am a Mexican teacher. I was not born in the United States. So that means that I will have lots of different mistakes, but I practice every day. Okay, I practice my pronunciation every day. I practice my grammar. I practice my conversational skills because I actually need English in what I do right now. And trust me, it's not an easy thing, but the question will be for you. Are you practicing your English? Yes, you're teachers, but that doesn't mean that you're perfect. It just means that you're teachers. But do you need practice? Let me tell you, yes, you do. Okay, yes, you do. It doesn't matter if you tell me, oh, I'm so good because I all the time speak, but maybe you need a little bit more in grammar. Probably you need a little bit more in writing. But the thing is to learn and to love what we are doing right now. So, and this is the thing, and this is the most important because I'm actually giving you an idea. The thing is that speaking is an emotional experience. Yes, it is. It is connected, okay? Because to speak English, you need to think, and then you need to act. But something between the two of those is to feel. Yes, and this is, if you can see this as an area of opportunity, then you will start using your emotions to understand how your students feel or the way in which they want to do things. And if you can actually connect to your students in an emotional way, then your students will speak. And this is the first thing you need to know, whether you do it through an online conversation class or if you do it face-to-face, because it works in both ways. And today we're going to work a little bit with emotions, okay? And probably you're going to laugh at some of the exercises, but as I said at the beginning, okay, we are all teachers here and we're going to try to enjoy this, but from a very different perspective, but from something that we can bring into the classroom, okay? So the speaking part then is the problem, okay? Is the problem. I don't know if you have taken certifications such as IELTS or maybe Trinity, that they are spoken certifications and they are hard to take. Okay, they're very, very hard. If you have taken IELTS especially, that's really, really hard because they ask you things is that you don't know what to say, right? For example, I remember in one of the parts of IELTS, they say, please complete the next sentences. Okay. Please complete it. Yesterday, I was taking my aerobic class and then you're supposed to complete that. But you cannot say, I don't like aerobics. I've never taken aerobics in my life. No, okay? Because they're not asking you if you have taken aerobics or not. They're actually asking you to connect one sentence with another. Okay, so I'd like someone to help me in this part. Could I have someone to help me, please? If you can show me with your little hand over there. Just one person, I promise. I do not bite. Anyone? Okay, Alejandra. Good. I don't know if they have the power to open their microphones. Can they open the microphones? Yes or no?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, there you go, Alejandra. Just let's do something. Okay, thank you very much for being here today. Just complete the sentence. Okay. Last night I had a great fight with my boyfriend because
I thought he was talking to a girl on the phone.
Okay, thank you. Now I want you to tell me something different. Yesterday I had a huge problem with my boyfriend because
we didn't decide what to eat and he wanted hamburgers while I hate hamburgers.
Okay, one more time. Yesterday I felt really sad with my boyfriend because
he didn't buy the present that I wanted and he knows what I really love the most.
Okay, perfect. Now, the speaking part is the problem. Why? Because we need to think. Oh my God, maybe, Alejandra, do you have a boyfriend?
I don't.
Okay, well, you see, she doesn't have a boyfriend right now. So that is the problem sometimes. Oh my God, I do not feel identified to this specific problem, but it doesn't matter because you need to think. Okay, and if I go back to the last slide, we need to think and we need to feel, and then we need to act. Okay, thank you very much, Alejandra, for your help. Good. So how you think depends on the emotion. Okay, strong emotions, they will stop you from thinking. And this is something that you need to take into consideration when you are working online, especially online, because you don't have, the ability of being face-to-face to your students. Those emotions sometimes are very strong, such as embarrassment, shyness. Oh my God, I'm going to say something, but the teacher is going to laugh or the students are going to laugh. I'm not sure, or I don't feel like it. I am forced to be speaking or to be taking English. I don't hate everyone. I don't know what I am doing here. I actually don't think that I will be needing English in my life. So many things are in the head of your students, but you need to work with their emotions. Now, how can we work with their emotions before we speak? Well, the word is integration. How do you integrate your students before they start speaking? Okay, you cannot come into a class and tell your students, you need to speak right now. Okay, integrate it not only with you, but with the other students around. They will never speak. So take some time, and today I will show you some activities. Okay, take some time with your students to be able to integrate them. So once your students feel, they feel comfortable because they know each other, then things will be easier. Okay, and you need that, you guys. Okay, you really have to. So as it says here, moods and emotions can also be used to focus on thoughts. Being motivated will help us to arrange our thinking. Trust me, I have done many things to integrate my students, and at the very beginning, they totally hate me. But after some classes, they come to me and they say, I'm grateful because you actually gave us the tools, okay, you gave us the tools to be able to speak. Because when you speak, and this is for all of you, okay, you feel exposed to everyone. It's like feeling a little bit like naked. Okay, it's like, okay, especially if you're going to do it in front of an audience, especially if you're a teacher. And imagine that you have a student from a native country. That student knows a lot. So what am I going to do because I'm not that good? So we all feel exposed. So if you feel exposed, imagine your students, how exposed they feel. Okay, so we need to understand these ideas because what we want with the students is that they can speak up using their emotions. So when we speak up, it means that we express our feelings and thoughts. And that is important in conversation. Not only about that, like, hey, with the drill, do you like the cinema? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And that's it. But what if we say to the student, what is your favorite movie and why? Then the student will have this power, or we use this power. Teacher, well, I liked the Marvel movies, the superheroes movies. Why? Because powerful, because they make you feel powerful, or because they are powerful characters, or because of superpowers. And then you give the students those options, and the students speak, okay, because they can connect using their emotions. So after telling you all this, okay, there's something that we need to start doing. And I'm going to start with this activity that I really, really love. And I hope that you can enjoy it as much as I do. I'm going to take away my glasses. So this is an activity, okay, that I use for integration, and I'm going to use it with you as well. Because first we need to work with our emotions, okay? Guess what? There is this friend of us who died recently. His name was Choche, okay? Oh my God, I feel so bad for Choche because he recently passed away. And today I'm going to tell you that he died. Yes, but I'm going to tell you crying. Yes, I'm going to be using my emotions. Now, I want you to understand something. Some of you are going to help me with this activity as well. Now, you don't know me, but trust me, okay? I am a very friendly teacher who loves to be teaching and who loves to be mentoring teachers and students as well. So there are nothing to be afraid of today. And this is online, okay? Can you see? We're doing this online. So the environment, the online environment, it's up to you. And the environment in your class is up to you as well. So, you know what? Oh my God. That was me. Okay. And I was like totally crying. But I would like somebody else to help me. Someone really, really happy. Okay. Who can tell everyone, guess what, you guys? Choche died, but really, really happy. Can I have someone here from here, please? Be free. Okay, enjoy this as much as you can. Can I hear someone? Just tell me your name and go ahead. Tell us, you know what? Very, very happy. Come on, who's going to help me with this? Come on, you guys, don't worry. I promise you won't. Okay, nothing would actually happen to you. Anyone?
Okay, me.
Okay, who said me? Maria?
Lupita, yes.
Okay, go ahead, please, Lupita. Really, really happy.
Oh my goodness, you are not going to believe what happened. Do you know what? Oh my goodness. Choche died. So, wow, it was like sad, but I think I'm gonna be for
Okay, Lupita, I need something from you now. Laugh more, exaggerate, okay, overreact. Yes, maybe you owe that guy a lot of money, and as he died, well, you don't have to pay anymore. Okay, so go ahead, just do something with your emotion. Okay, very happy.
Okay, so, oh my goodness, you are not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna pay anything because I was a very big, very big. I'm not gonna pay anyone for it. So I'm extremely happy. So.
Okay, great. No, he died. Oh, he died once. One of my students said, "That bitch died," and I was like, but it was really good. Okay, now I'd like someone to say this in a very angry way, like, yeah. Oh my God, you know what? Okay, so thank you very much, Lupita, for that. And anyone, guys, just enjoy this, okay? Anyone?
Can I?
Yes, of course. Go ahead, Javier.
Okay, but I have to say this in an angry way.
Yeah, you're very anymore.
Okay. You know what? I don't think. How can I say this? You know what? I don't want to pay anything. You know what? I'm not gonna do it. Something like this. But I don't know if have to have the influences the ton of boys where I'm speaking. I think influences, right?
Yes, of course. But guess what, you guys? Look, Maria and Lupita and Javier, thank you very much, you guys, for participating. But both of them are scared, okay? Because probably we, as I said, we feel exposed. Oh my God, okay, I don't know these people. But that's the way that students feel, okay? The students feel that way, yes? So that's what you have to understand. If you can't teach your students how to use your emotions, guess what? You are going to be the example. So if somebody says really happy, yeah, I'm happy, or crying, oh my goodness, or singing, oh yeah, he died, or dancing, oh yeah, you know something, he died, or in a very angry way, or yes, he died, that BITCH, okay, or maybe stuttering, you know something that he just died. Remember, you guys, we are actors and actresses in the classroom. And guess what? If you want to teach conversation, one of the first things that you need to do is to break this with your students, because you need to integrate your students. And once your students are doing this, okay, they would just release every single thing they have or they feel right now, okay, and they will be ready to work, okay, because they need to concentrate. But all of these feelings. Now, conversation, it is something that you need to do with a lot of acting, okay, a lot of acting. And yes, I'm a teacher. And do I feel embarrassed because some of my other colleagues are looking at me screaming or crying? I don't, because it's part of what I do. And trust me, I'm good at it, okay? And I'm going to tell you, why am I good at it? Because it works. Okay, it works. I know it does, because a lot of students have learned how to speak English with me. How to speak, okay, that is the thing, because they find this connection and they start speaking. Now, integration then makes us all feel safe to explore. And there are many ways in which we can integrate our students, okay? But once we do integrate our students with spoken activities, okay, then we will start working with them. So let people get to know each other, okay, and then try a creative task. So once that, people get together, they know each other online or not, yes, then we will start creating some tasks. Now, I'd like someone to help me with this, okay, with this exercise. We're going to tell the audience something not a lot of people know about you, okay? I'm going to have time for 3 people. I'm going to start. Not a lot of people know that I'm an opera singer. I love singing with a lot of passion, and that is one. Go ahead. Anyone? Okay, Alejandra, go ahead.
Well, I don't think a lot of people know this about me. I'm really good at drawing. I don't draw very often, and that's why maybe some people don't have no idea, but I really like it. I also like painting, but it's not something I do very often.
Perfect. Thank you. Somebody else? Guys, remember, we're using extra time that we're going to need for other activities, so it's better for you if you help me. No one else? Okay, I'm going to choose then. Saul, could you please tell the audience something not a lot of people know about you?
Hi, I'm sorry, I leave my microphone on. I'm on my way to work. But I think I'm good at math. I really like to work with numbers, and I used to teach math, but now I am an English teacher, so I consider myself a good guy in working with numbers.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Saul. So this is it. Once that we start with, getting to know each other, then we will actually find it easier to interact with ourselves, okay? Now I know that I'm going to say it. Alejandra, she's very good for drawing, and she even paints, and not a lot of people knows that. And Saul, he's really good at math. I'm really bad at math, Saul, I'm sorry. But okay, Saul is really good at math, okay? And I really love opera, okay? And I'm an opera singer. So once that we do this, you guys, then we will start with, trusting each other. And that's the most important thing. Look, if I see here, according to this, it says that we are 13 people connected, 12 or 13. So can you just figure it out this? I mean, imagine in a classroom, we have 40 students sometimes, 50 students sometimes. And how do you think they feel? Okay, how do you think they feel? So there's a lot of work to be done in the classroom with all of those students that feel bad because they don't know exactly, they don't know anyone. Okay, and until they find out some certain things that are alike among each other, then they will start feeling fine. They will start feeling okay. Now, right now, you're scared most of the time because probably you're like, oh, the teacher is going to judge me, or the others are going to judge me, or my English is not that fluent, or my English is not that good, or probably because you feel lazy or you're eating. But the thing is that we all have different reasons, okay? And as we all have different reasons, you need to understand as a teacher that you need to work with those, right? So, very well. Now, we have an activity that let me tell you that this is something that I have worked with a lot since the last since the last years, with physical theater. If you have gone to England, I had the chance to go to England in 2019, and I took some drama lessons, okay? And I took drama lessons in junior high and in elementary school. And at the very beginning, I thought, why do they teach drama to little kids? Why do they teach drama to adolescents? Okay. Why do they want them to express with their body without singing or without saying words? Why are they doing this? Now, physical theater is used to describe any mode of performance that pursues storytelling or drama. But look at this, using physical movement as in dance and mime or sounds with no meaning. So at the very beginning, when I thought this, I thought, oh my God, why are they doing this? And I noticed that it was because they want the students to release all their emotions, okay, exactly as we are doing it right now. So I want you to help me with this exercise, okay? It's a simple conversation, okay? But I would like someone to help me. I'm going to be A, and somebody else is going to read the part of B. Yes? Use the intonation that you like, but this is just what you're going to do. Can somebody help me, please, being B?
Yes.
Javier? Okay, good. B, C, D.
B, C, D.
B, C, D.
O.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
H, I.
H, I.
H, I, J, K.
L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. T, U, V.
X, Y, Z.
Okay. Now, Javier, I'm going to do it again with A, and you're going to be B, but I want you to change intonation, okay? I'm going to be very happy. If you want, you can be sad or angry or any other mood that you like, okay? B, C, D.
B, C, D.
B, C, D.
O.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
H, I.
H, I.
H, I, J, K.
L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. T, U, V.
X, Y, Z.
Okay. Look, in this conversation, probably I was trying to cheer Javier up, okay, because he was very sad or maybe he was very angry. Now, we can change the words, but if we know how to use emotions, such as in drama, yes, then conversation will be easier. Okay. It's not just like telling the students to repeat. Okay. Drilling is good, teachers, but not all the time. And it's not the only technique for us to teach them how to speak. Okay. So if we are here today, it's because we want to learn more about how to how to help students with their conversational skills. So one more person, please. Lupita, can you help me? Probably you will be able to help me. Okay, I want you to be very angry, Lupita, okay? Maybe you're the principal at school, okay? And I'm going to be the student. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, Lupita, go ahead.
So I'm going to play A?
Yeah, and you're angry.
Okay. BCD!
BCD?
BCD!
Oh.
ABCDEFG.
HI.
HI.
HIJK.
LMNOPQRSTUV.
XYZ. Now, probably this conversation, yes, Lupita was actually, she was very mad because of something I did. Okay, she was the principal at school and I was the student. Okay, no, I didn't do it. What? You're going to call my parents? Yes, but remember, we need all of us to start with emotions because speaking, it's not an easy thing. Why? Because speaking is related to thinking. Okay, if our emotions are blocking our way, we actually won't be able to speak correctly. Okay, so we need to do this. And listen, since the little kids are little, yes, they take drama at school. And this is something of what I do in my classes. Okay, sometimes my students are telling me, teacher, are we in acting? Okay, are these acting lessons? And I tell them, this is not only for acting, this is just for life, because you will be able to speak a little bit more. Okay, so what are some of the typical learner problems? Okay, well, let me tell you. First of all, they cannot sustain spoken interaction beyond short segments. And this happens a lot at the very beginning, okay, in the first levels. But if this continue happening, in the other levels, then we do have a problem, okay? Because they are supposed to keep the spoken interaction. And, I have met a lot of students who are very lazy. They are brilliant, but they're lazy, okay? You have to be actually taking the conversation away from them. But sometimes I challenge my students and I tell them, the conversation is your responsibility. If you stop talking to me, then you will fail. Okay, so then we start a conversation. Now, frequent communication breakdowns and misunderstandings. This happens a lot, of course, at the very beginning, sometimes with words that are similar, sometimes because we're scared probably of something, or we didn't really understand something. We haven't heard that expression before. Now, also the lack or the absence of vocabulary that we need to talk about common utterances. Okay, a utterance is when we express our ideas, okay, or feelings in spoken words. So we would like to say something, but I don't know how to say it. So in the classroom, we're supposed to do that. Okay, we're supposed to ask the students and to challenge the students. And sometimes a good idea is to tell them in Spanish, what do you want to say? Okay, or challenge the students to say, a ver, chicos, ¿cómo se dice? Because, we have actually thought that translation is not good. But guess what? In one of the classes that I observed when I was in England, I took a Spanish class. And the Spanish teacher, she used translation a lot. And then I thought, oh, translation is bad. Translation is evil. We shouldn't speak Spanish in the classroom. Guess what? It works perfectly well. At different levels, of course. But if they have other common utterance, for example, how do you say, tengo mucha hambre? Tell me, how do you say that? Teachers?
I'm hungry.
Yes, she says, I'm hungry, but maybe I can say, I am starving. Yes, or I am very, very, very hungry, right? So we teach the students a little bit more. And trust me, guys, if we don't know the words, then it's going to be very hard for us to teach them. How can we teach something that we don't know? And I'm going to give you just one of the things that I do, because I watch Netflix a lot. And this is what I do, okay? If I see something, if I hear something that I don't know, immediately I stop it. Okay, I change the language because most of the time I'm listening in English, but I'm reading in Spanish because I'm lazy. I have so many things to do. And sometimes I just want to rest. Okay, but then I stop it immediately. I change the language and I take notes. And then I bring this to the classroom and I tell my students, ¿cómo se dice lo reagendamos? Vamos a reagendarlo. No pude hoy, lo reagendamos. How do you say that, teachers? Come on, try. It doesn't matter. There are no mistakes. Anyone?
You can say we can reschedule.
Probably we can reschedule, but that was not the expression that I saw that day. Okay, that I listened to that. It was, let's take a rain check. Okay. So the word rain check is exactly to reschedule, as Mariana said. Thank you very much, Mariana, for that. Okay, so let's take a rain check. And I was like, what? Take a rain check? What does that mean? But the thing is that it is the nutrients, okay? It's the way in which you say it. And that's it. So we need more vocabulary. Now, the lack of communication strategies, okay, the ones that I'm telling you, what do you do in your classroom so the students communicate? And do you monitor them? Now, even when I teach online, okay, we do have the breakout rooms and I send people to the breakout rooms. But you know what? I'm just jumping from one breakout room to another because if I'm not there, they start speaking Spanish. Oh, yeah, it's so easy. Ya se fue el teacher y nos está escuchando. Yes, I'm here. Okay, so I tell the students, do not speak English. Do whatever you want. Use mime or move your body, but do not please do not use Spanish. Try for today only. Try to have it as a challenge. Okay, so then the next ones are that speak slowly and takes too long to compose utterances. This is normal at the beginning, but careful, teachers. If you speak too slowly, okay, you can speak slowly at the beginning, but you need to, your students, they need to get used to your voice. Now, if you speak fast, it's much better sometimes because they already know the expression and at least they can understand you. If they go to the United States, or if somebody comes from anywhere, okay, they will be like, and the students will be like, it's just that my teacher speaks like this. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Today, we will be able to, it doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So students will hate you if you do that, right? So the second will be they cannot participate actively in conversation. It's hard for them to be able to get into conversation. But one great technique here is if you talk about something they like, okay, or about a trending topic, such as before yesterday, Shakira's song. What do you think about Shakira's song? Give me some words, give me some adjectives, depending on the level. Do you think Shakira was right? Do you think Shakira was wrong? Have you ever considered the problems with the kids, within the kids? Are the kids going to be affected? Who's actually getting a profit with these problems? What about publicity? Yes, many things according to the level. But if you use a trending topic, the students are going to love you. So yes, it is our responsibility, teachers, to be connected to every single media, okay, especially Facebook or Instagram. I need to be honest, I didn't use Instagram in the past, okay, but now I am using it because it's something that I need to do. My students are like, you don't use Instagram? Okay, and I was like, I'm not a dinosaur. Come on, it's just I don't have a lot of time. But I needed Instagram and I'm using Instagram right now because I need to find out what they like. Okay, because if I find out what they like, they will get involved, they will get related to me. So spoken English doesn't sound natural. Students, teachers, it's because most of the time because of you. Let's try a little bit to pronounce better. Let's use the dictionaries online with the pronunciation there. Let's learn more. Most of us are Mexican, so it's fine if we make mistakes, but Look, right now I am the head of internationalization department in my university, but I have heard people saying internationalization. And I was like, that's so wrong. And I learned it. Okay. I learned it, I swear, since last year. I thought, no, I'm going to learn it. Internationalization department. Okay. Now that people ask me, what do you do? I'm the head of the internationalization department. That's the way it sounds. And I have to learn it as a teacher so I can share it with my students. Poor grammar. And there's this, of course, students sometimes, they don't know how to use it. So it doesn't matter if it's poor, okay? But little by little, we can take them, okay, back. Oh, just remember, okay, for a sentence, you need the pronoun and the verb and then other words, such as I play soccer, you play baseball, okay, we play golf. And when we start working, I use my fingers a lot, okay, in online and in face-to-face conversations. Okay, most of the time I tell my students, you need something here, which is the verb. Yes. So poor grammar and poor pronunciation, of course. And also, and I would like to do it fast because there are other activities. The teacher's limited English proficiency. I'm sorry, but this is right. Okay, sometimes we need more English. The overuse of native language in the classroom, of course. Sometimes we feel lazy and we use Spanish a lot. The students become too dependent on the teacher. Teacher, ¿cómo se dice? Teacher, ¿cómo se dice? I don't know how to say that. I'm not an encyclopedia. So why don't you just use your phone? Yes, or the dictionary online, or they just love to be connected. So ask your students to do it, right? But sometimes, and I have done this, when I don't know, I tell the students, can you please look for it? But I don't tell my students, I don't know the word. Yes. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to be able to help you. I want you to look for it. Okay. And at the same time, immediately I start typing my phone, just to find the expression or the right expression that I can use under that circumstance. Now, strong students dominate the class. And this is something that you need to do. Remember, tell your strong students, hey, just let them first speak. Okay. And at the end, I will ask you. I promise. This is what I do with my students. And I don't have this problem. Now, the lack of class integration, which is the one that I was telling you about before, it's so important. And this is also huge, the limited opportunities that we all have outside of class to practice. And finally, that the examination system does not emphasize oral skills. Let's be honest. Most of us, we care about the note. You got a 5, you got a 6, you got a 7, you got a 9. So what's this? What is this about? Can the student communicate? Yes or no? Because if the student cannot communicate, then something it needs to be done. I tell my students, do you know what a competence is? And the students say, no. Well, I'm going to tell you what a competence is. A competence is just to be able to do something. So English 1, what am I teaching my students? Daily routines. Yes. So what is the competence? The student will be able to talk about the daily routine. That's English 1, and you know it. So if I come to the student and I tell my student, what do you do in the morning? And my student says, oh, teacher, in the morning, I wake up at 7, and because I already given the connectors, and I take a shower. And after that, I have breakfast, and finally I go to school. I'm like, yay, because the student is competent, okay? The student knows what to do according to what I am teaching him. And if the student comes and says, por favor, teacher, páseme porque no sé, I tell my student, I need you to learn how to talk about your daily routine. If you don't do that, I won't be able to help you, okay? So I separate everything and I teach my students according to everything, okay? If we're using can, what is the competence, teachers? If you're teaching can, what is the competence? The student will be able to
talk about abilities.
Yes, to talk about his abilities, right? So the student can tell me what is he capable of. Great. Now, if we're talking about the simple past, what is the competence? The student will be able to
talk about actions in the past.
Yes, actions in the past. Simple. What did you do yesterday? Okay. And that's something that we can use in conversation, you guys, okay? Little by little. Let's not try the student to speak everything, okay? Let's try the student to speak what we are teaching him or her at this moment, okay? If this is past, let's focus on that. If this is can, let's focus on that. But we need to set the context so the student can speak. It's not only writing, grammar. And you know that's what we most of the time do. So English language teachers have continued to teach speaking just as a repetition of drills or memorization of dialogues. That's what I said before. It works at the beginning. It helps the students to produce language. Yes, but not all the time, not in the intermediate levels, not in the advanced levels, because a drill is repetition, or when we do memorize a specific dialogue that we're going to do it today. Okay, I have 30 more minutes and I will try to take advantage of those. So students, they need real life situations. Okay, we need to get real. Get the vocabulary that you need for them to be realistic. Okay, what is the vocabulary that they use in every single situation? Look, they can have ideas to go to the doctor's office or asking for directions. Hey, can you tell me where the bank is? Or explaining how they do something. Okay, how do you drive a car? How do you cook something? But real vocabulary. This happens a lot when we are teaching them all the verbs to cook. You know, I just love that class because we start with steam. Oh, al vapor, okay? So boil or cut or if you tell them to slice or to chop and many of those verbs. So let's tell our students, can you tell me how to cook a sandwich? That's it. Okay, teacher, use the connectors. First, what do you do? Well, you cut the bread. Oh, yeah. And then you keep with the process. But the thing is, you guys, that we cannot do this if we don't give them everyday vocabulary. Okay, and this is something that I'm going to give you today, right now. What is the kind of vocabulary that your students need? It is the vocabulary that you use every single day. Okay, this is what I tell my students. This object, can we see it at home? Is it popular? Yeah. What is the name of it? What is the name of that object? Come on, teachers.
It's a hose.
Yeah, it's a hose. Right, but many of the students don't know. Okay, so if you are in the garden, trust me, you will see plants, flowers, trees, rocks, grass, and you will see a hose. Yes, so you need to take the words, everyday vocabulary. Do not teach your students something they're not going to use. Now, if we go for a car, oh, how do you say that? That part of the car. Teachers, come on, help me. No one? Don't Google it. That's what we need. There's no point of telling students, apréndete cómo decir freno, apréndete cómo decir los bumpers, lo que son las defensas. No. Okay, we in our everyday vocabulary, we use that. And the opposite. How do you say that, you students or you teachers? Come on, tell me. Anyone? No? Well, it's the hood, like Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, like hood, a car. Two very important words, the hood and the trunk. Okay, ocupamos sabernos esas palabras. We need to know the hood and the trunk. That's it. Okay, that's it. You don't need more because that's what we use in every single day, in an everyday context, such as the hose. I all the time tell my students, yeah, you think you're so good, but you don't know how to say manguera. And they're like, how do you say manguera? How do you say manguera? Hurry up, Google it. No, tell me that word in English. Okay, so, but how is it possible for some students? They are taking 4th grade, 5th grade of English, and they don't know how to say manguera. How is it possible for some teachers not to know how to say manguera? If that is a word that we use every day, because you all do have it in your garden, right? We all have a manguera. How do you water the plants? With a hose, right? So I'm not asking you to learn all the vocabulary, but I'm asking you to select vocabulary that your students will need and teach them. Teach your students that vocabulary. Now, there are formal expressions also. This is a very good idea. Can you tell me that expression in a formal way, please? Change it and give it to me in a formal way.
Could I help you?
Okay, may I help you? Another? Somebody else? Come on, you guys, don't worry. Just participate and it will be fine. Okay, I'll give you one that probably you didn't think of. How can I be of your assistance?
I was gonna say that, but
really?
You won't. Yeah,
Okay.
I was raising my hand, but you didn't see
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to activate the microphone. Sorry.
Yes, I cannot see all the hands because I only some parts of the screen.
Yeah,
yes, you can interrupt if you like. Okay, so
it took some time to activate.
Of course, right? So if you teach your students also ways in which they can say things in a different way, it helps them a lot, especially at the very beginning. Okay. I'm sorry. I wrote the symbol, but it's not there. Okay. It shouldn't be there. The question mark. I am hungry. Remember that we mentioned that before? What was it?
I'm starving.
Yes, I'm starving. Okay. Can you tell me another one?
Hello, you can say I beg my pardon.
Okay, yes, but also if it's about eating, you can say I feel like eating. It's the same, right? I feel like eating. And it is exactly the same thing. Now, excuse me, and already Janet said it already. If I said excuse me,
I beg my pardon.
Yes, okay, pardon me, or I beg you pardon. And both of those expressions are correct. So when we give to students also formal expressions, it works a lot. Yes, the students will know. I love that about teaching. I all the time tell my students, a que no saben cómo se dice eso. It's like a new part of my class. And now that I'm teaching only online, okay, I have been teaching online for almost 3 years now. I don't teach face-to-face. I only teach online. Okay, my conversational classes and my regular classes at the university. So I have learned a lot about this. And I also understand that I need to be, I need to act. I need to be excited so the students can listen to me. The students can also feel motivated, okay, with my classes. So also, all the communication in the classroom, whether it is online or not, needs to be meaningful. Yes, it is. If it is meaningful, it will be significant and better remember, right? So right now that I am online, I tell my students, do you know what a candle is? And the students are like, no. Oh, look, this is a candle. Okay, and I just show them a candle, or I show them objects. I have lots of different objects. If you could see my room right now, I do have lots of objects because this is my office, my virtual office, and I can just pull things here and I can show my students a lot because I try to do this in a meaningful way, okay? And this is the important part of it. So sometimes, especially at the lower levels, okay, we need to help our students, of course, with substitution, like, hey, I play soccer. Substitution, I play golf. I play tennis, I play hockey, I use substitution or repetition. Repeat after me, right? Or tongue twisters and rhymes. I really love tongue twisters because they help students a lot with their pronunciation, and not also pronunciation, but also fluency, and they integrate more. Okay, so I have this one here, and I hope that you can listen to it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Can you try? It doesn't matter if you have mistakes. Okay, can somebody try? We use this to help our students. Yes, in their oral skills. Anybody? No one? Should I just do it again? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? It's a little hard, but not impossible. Okay? We need to teach our students that for fluency. We want them to speak, but if they don't practice, how are they going to speak? So anybody, just a teacher? It would be very nice to hear you. No one?
Maybe I can try it.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's see. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, great. So I do have others, such as this one, because of the time, I won't be able to stay here a little bit, a lot. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he wood as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Of course, I've been practicing, okay, previously, but you can actually use some rhythm. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he wood as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Students will love it, okay? At the very beginning, they will think that you're crazy. But then eventually, they will start liking it, okay? They will be like, oh, that's so cool, okay? Or another one, Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. As Moses, he knows as his toes aren't roses, but Moses supposes his toes to be. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. Wow, that's perfect. I'm telling you, I've been practicing. Yes, I didn't do it good. Greatly at the beginning, but then especially this. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. That one is hard. Yes, that one is hard. But you should try. You should practice a little bit more, okay? Because your students deserve that. Once you practice, bring these exercises to your students and it will help them a lot. So all the opportunities to speak are important, even when it doesn't involve a free exchange of ideas, as long as they are speaking. Of course, yes, if you want to use drills, if you want to use substitution, fine. It helps because it still allows the students to produce language. Okay, so in a way that's new for them, it's fine. So look at this. If we continue with translation quickly, because I want to use my time. Yes, remember I told you that translation works simple. Okay, teachers, can you please translate the first expression?
There are 2 bananas on the table.
Correct. And you know, students are like, ¿Cómo se dice I? They never say, and they never know how to say I, okay? They never know that, okay? Now, the second one, me llevo bien con todos. Teachers, don't Google it. Now, one,
I get along with everyone?
Let's see. Yes, I get along with everyone. Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, estoy dispuesto a.
I'm willing to.
Yes, I am willing to. ¿Qué estás insinuando?
What do you mean?
It could be, but not exactly.
What are you trying to say?
Are you trying to say? So,
what are you implying? Okay, that's it. Okay, if Mariana says that somebody stole her money and I'm in front of her and she's like, I think somebody stole my money and you were the only one here. And then I say, what are you implying? Okay, so that's it. Now, está por verse. I know that you don't know, and I'm going to give it to you.
We'll see.
Be seen. Yes, like they want remains to be seen, right? So this is one of the way in which, one way. Now, why am I showing you this? because these are expressions that you need to speak. The first one was very simple, but I chose others that are a little bit more advanced because you're teachers. But I do this with my students all the time, okay? Thanks to one of my best friends, okay? She was always teaching me the importance of this technique because I was not using it anymore. I thought, no Spanish. But then I found out that sometimes students, they need a reason to connect, okay? And sometimes I use Spanish if it is necessary. Now, the drills and dialogues, yes, some educators see them as very mechanical, but they still can have a place in language learning. Now, the way in which we can practice them is not just by showing them a student. What about if we ask them to memorize the conversation? This is a drill, okay? But you present it in a different way. Right now, okay, I am going to give you 2 parts of a conversation. I hope that you can learn it. Now, when I am in face-to-face, I use my hands. And also when I am online, okay, this hand will be A and this hand will be B. Yes, so I want you to memorize it, okay? Hey, have you gone to the movies lately? Sometimes I use puppets, but okay, I do have lots of things here, you see? Okay, my students love Mario. So, and I'm not teaching kids. I'm not teaching kids, okay? But my students love these things, okay? So the little pig says, hey, have you gone to the movies lately? Yes, try to memorize it. Hey, have you gone to the movies lately? And then he says, yes, I watched a great movie last week. Okay, yes, I watched a great movie last week. So can you tell me the expression of the pig, please? How do we start? Hey.
Hey, have you
Gone to the...
Yes, have you gone to the movies lately?
lately?
We need to ask our mind. Oh, please record it. Pay attention. So, hey, have you gone to the movies lately? And then Mario says,
Yes, I watched a great movie.
yes, last week. Yes, I watched a great movie last week. And then the little pig says, really? Which movie? Okay, he says, really? Which movie? And Mario says, I watched a movie called The Joker. Yes, I watched a movie called The Joker. So, really? Which movie? I watched a movie called The Joker. So let's start with the piggy. Since the very beginning, tell me, hey.
Have you gone to the movies lately?
Yes, I watched a great movie last week. Let's continue with the piggy. Really?
Really? Which movie?
I watched a movie called The Joker.
Oh, The Joker.
And then the piggy says, is it any good? Yes, is it any good? It's amazing, Mario says. It's amazing. I really recommend it. The piggy says, is it any good? It's amazing. I really recommend it. Now let's try to do it since the very beginning. Hey.
Have you gone to the movies lately?
Yes. Continue. Yes. Come on, try. Yes, I watched
a great movie last week.
Really?
Really? Which movie?
Which movie?
I watched
The Joker.
Joker.
a movie.
Called The Joker.
The Joker.
Is it
Amazing.
any good?
Any good?
It's amazing.
I really recommend it.
Yeah. Now look, if you do this, I do it all the time. Okay. I do it all the time. Why? This is drilling, but it's not the normal one. Just the student will read it. Here, you need to force the student to learn it. Okay. And look, You did it in less than a minute. Yes? So it works perfectly well. Trust me, if you do it online or not, it will work anyway. And you will have the chance to choose the conversation, okay? Such as this one. Okay, Mariana, can you help me? You are letter B. Hey, have you gone to the movies lately?
Yes, I watched a great movie last week.
Really? Which movie?
I watched a movie called The Joker.
Is it any good?
It's amazing. I really recommend it.
Okay, so this was a conversation. Yes, we are controlling the conversation. Okay, this is something that we can control, but students are being challenged in a different way. Okay, use their memory. Now, there are other communicative activities such as conversation and role play activities. Now, the thing is this, that a conversation, okay, most of the time we call them open conversations, and we only, at the beginning, we just control one part, the topic that we're talking about. Okay, general, these are open conversations. But the role plays, we do control more, okay? Because in the role play, we definitely set the context, okay? What are we talking about? Where are we? And even we can control more specific things, such as in the examples that I'm going to show you, okay? But it helps really well, an open conversation. Hey, Lupita, how are you today? That's an open conversation. But Lupita, okay, pretend that you are my daughter and you want permission. So ask me for permission because you have a party. Okay, Lupita, we're going to do that. That's a role play. Okay, I'm telling her what to say or what to ask, and I am setting the context. So, Lupita, okay, what do you want?
I really want to ask you something, Daddy.
No.
Why not?
Don't you see I'm working?
Yes, that is the reason, because I want to ask it quickly to let you work.
Fine. What do you want?
I want to go to the cinema with my boyfriend.
No. Did you say I want to go? No, you can't go.
Well, I like to go.
No.
Why not?
And you know why.
I know that I failed my last English exam, but I'll improve.
No, I will give you permission till you give me an A+ in that English test.
Please, just this time.
No.
John, please,
No.
please.
Okay, and here I'm saying no, but I teach my students to convince me. So Lupita, give me just a reason, okay? A reason to use so you can go.
I won't waste a lot of money this time.
No, and I'm not gonna give you money in either, so you're not going.
I'll be here early.
No.
Please, Dad, I just want to go with him.
What, Lupita, what if you tell me maybe I can wash the car, probably I promise to do the laundry and clean the house and help my mom, then maybe we're talking. Okay, but look, thank you, Lupita. So that's what I do with my students, okay? And sometimes they're like, ay, no sé cómo decir eso, no sé cómo decir eso, but they need to be faced to a situation so they can start thinking, okay? Now, look, here, well, the one that I was doing with Lupita was a role play, but here, if your students are less experienced, we do have others, such as this. I'm going to be the doctor. Who wants to be the patient? Anybody? No one?
Me.
Okay, Mariana. Hello, Miss Jimenez. I'm Dr. Smith. Welcome.
Hi, it's nice to meet you, doctor.
What brings you in today?
I have an stomachache.
I'm sorry. What brings you in?
Sorry. I imagine that I need to improvise.
Yes. Well, but wait, that's an amazing thing. Okay. Thank you for that. But improvisation is one thing that I use a lot. Okay. So, patient?
Well, I have a funny nose and a short throat.
How long have you been like this?
3 days.
Okay, let's take a look. You just have a cold. Take this medication and you will be just fine. Now, look, this is a sample role play, but this is something that we gave to the student. Now, a way to challenge the student with the same is, as Mariana said, okay, we can improvise. Okay, if you said here, for example, hello, Miss Jimenez, I'm Dr. Smith, welcome. So you can say, oh, hi, doctor. And it's okay because the student is saying that, right? And the doctor says, what brings you in today? Oh, it's just that I have a stomach ache and I have diarrhea. Okay, so how long have you been like this? For a month. Yes? Really? Oh my God. Okay, so then you can improvise that a lot. That much better. Okay, somebody wants to participate. You can go ahead, please. There was a hand somewhere. No? Okay, so, and look, you guys, I know that I only have 2 minutes to finish. So I will stop sharing this to say something important. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the chapter, to the Amecameca chapter, okay, which is a new chapter. I'm so happy and honored. And I'd like to tell them something if you like. Okay, this material, it's impossible to talk about this in 1 hour and 30 minutes. We need a chapter is interested. I can finish it with more time and I can give you more activities because I do have many more. Okay, there are many more activities in this material. So if my friends from Amecameca, they want more teachers to be exposed to this material and to you, of course, who actually you tried to be here with me today. Okay, and I'm very thankful and grateful. It would be great if you guys from Amecameca, okay, you would, and at any other time, I'll just do it. Okay, because this is actually something that it's not just for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Because of my classes, they are not theoretical. I need to teach how to do it. And I need to do it in a very interactive way with the teachers. So for me, it's been a pleasure right now to be here with you. And trust me, if you're interested about my material, okay, I will just write right now my email and I can email back to you if you like. Okay. Or for more information about it, okay, I've been teaching conversation for almost 15 years now, and I just love it. And I know many things. Okay, I know how to actually help students to speak more. And trust me, if Amecameca is interested, okay, I'll be happy to return to continue with this interesting topic, and I will focus only in the activities so we can have more time. Okay, so if there, I don't know if there are any other or questions or comments. Okay, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you so much. And of course, it will be a pleasure to have you here again, but still. So well, but for the moment, I am afraid to say that time's up. But thanks so much, Roque Fricas, for sharing your knowledge and of course your strategies that I found very helpful to encourage this speaking development. So, well, can you make me a favor? Can you make me the hoster, please? To share my screen? Please.
Am I the host right now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, don't worry, please.
There you go.
Yes, perfect. So thank you so much. So please, on behalf of Mextesol, please accept the certificate that says Escuela Normal de Amecameca in collaboration with Mextesol Amecameca chapters will deliver to Roque Asdrubal Fricas Astos for hosting the conference entitled Teaching Conversational English Online in the webinar series entitled to the 21st Teaching and Learning in Amecameca, State of Mexico. So thank you so much, Roque, and it was a pleasure having you here. And well, as you mentioned, we'll be again in contact to, of course, present something related with the speaking development. And thanks everybody to attend this incredible, helpful, and amazing presentation. Have an excellent afternoon and see you tomorrow to continue with this webinar series.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys.